Assalamu alaikum, it's Shumana Parvin Shumi here from Primal Video. Recently we did a video talking about the best video editing apps on Android. Now video editing apps on Android have come along incredibly fast and you can now get some really good results right from the devices that you typically might carry with you, your phone or your tablet. After testing a huge range of apps, my recommendation were cyberlink Power Director and KineMaster. In this video, we are going to dive deeper into cyberlink Power Director on Android. We are gonna run through exactly how to edit your videos and get great results using the app. Now this video is not a full review and it is also not gonna run through every feature and every tool that's available in the app. We are gonna be running through a full editing process end to end covering everything. So in Power Director, the first thing to do is to click the plus new project to create a new project. Then give your project a name. So straight out it takes you to the import video screen. So we will just hit the back button to get back out of that. So this is the overall interface for cyberlink Power Director. We have obviously got our timeline at the bottom. In the right hand side we have got our settings, our share and our play button. And on the left we have got our main feature buttons. So we have got our import audio and video button. We have got our layers button, which is where we can import audio, video, text on a separate layer to our primary video layer. Okay, so to start off, we will import our main video footage. So we will select the import media button. Make sure we have got video selected at the top and navigate through to find the video files that you want to import. It is just a matter of selecting them and hitting the plus to drop it down to your timeline. Now at this point we are only importing our primary footage, not any additional graphics or B-roll footage. We will get to that in a minute. Then you just need to back to the timeline. The first step is to actually do a scan or a fast pass of your footage and remove anything that you absolutely do not want to have in your end video. So remove all the extra footage at the start of our clip. We just tap on the clip and we get a yellow handle that pops up. It is just a matter of clicking and dragging that handle to the right so that our video file starts where we want it. It is just a matter of moving it back and forth to get it in the right spot. And then we will do exactly the same at the end of the clip. We will remove all the extra stuff beyond where we want the video to finish. So we just tap on the clip and we slide that white handle or white marker back to where we want the video to finish. So while we are still in the first step of refining, all of this video footage down to just the footage that we want in our end product. Then you may need to remove sections of your video where you might have made a mistake. So to do that, you just find the area that you want to remove. Select the video clip and then click on the title on the little knife or the little blade. To cut the clip at that point. So you can see there we have got two separate clips now. So if we come across a bit further, we can add another cut. Maybe we want the clip to start again, and we again select the clip. Click on the knife or the little blade, and we split the clip at that point as well. So now we have got 3 clips in our timeline. So if you wanted to remove that section, you can just select that center clip now and then press the delete button, which is the trash can. The other thing you can do is this clip is exactly the same as the others. If you select it, you will get the handles appear on that as well. So you can actually get full control over your video and really refine your editing here by sliding these handles in and out in order to really refine your cuts in your video. You also have the ability to pick up and move the clips around in your timeline to where you want them. It is just a matter of tapping and holding on the clip that you want to move and then moving it either to the left or right, and it will snap into place before or after the clips as you move them around. To navigate around the timeline, you can just pinch to zoom on that timeline, which will zoom in and out. Or you can just tap and slide left and right. And you will slide left and right across your timeline. Now if you have got any additional photos or any B-roll that you want to add in, you just come across and hit the layers button on the left hand side and select video. From there, navigate through to the video file that you want to add in as B-roll and hit the plus button to drop it down to the timeline. Then hit the back button a few times to get back to the primary editing screen. So you can see that the B-roll footage we have just added has appeared on its own layer above your primary video layer, and it is actually in a smaller box or a picture-in-picture effect that we can just pick up and move around and scale to how we want it to look, which is really powerful. We also have the ability, as we do with normal video footage, to split the clip. We get the handles that appear as well, so we can really refine how much of the video clip we are actually wanting to use. We can pick up the clips by tapping on them and sliding them left and right. So really you get a lot of control over your editing in this app. The next step is to add in any audio, so that could be music or sound effects into your edit. To do that, you just click on the import media button. Select music at the top and then find the music tracks that you want to import. So for us, we can gonna add in that mp3. So we select the track and hit the plus button and just drop down into our timeline. Once again, we hit the back button a couple of times to get back to our main editing interface. So you can see there that our music track has been dropped in the time right below our video footage. Now just the same as with the other clips we have added, you actually get the same amount of control with your music or audio tracks as well. Just by tapping on the music track, you can see that straight away we get the handles. In this case, they are purple, and we can adjust the start and end points of the clip. We can split the clip in two. We can pick up the clip and we can move it around in our timeline. You really get a great level of control in this app. The next step is to add in any titles, text or graphics into your videos. So if we come back up to the start now, we can add titles to our videos by pressing the layers button and then title. Now in here there is a heap of different templates to choose from. We are just gonna pick the default with fade, so that we just a basic title that we can control and adjust. But it is automatically got a fade built in. So to edit the text, it is just a matter of tapping on the text and replacing it with whatever you like. To get more control over your titles, if you really want to tweak them and play around with them, click the edit button and then click the title designer. In there you can change things like color, the opacity, you can change the font, you can change whether your title is left, centered or right, justified. You can apply bold and italics filters. This app allows you to get pretty creative with your titles. You also have the ability to easily resize, reposition and recolor 3RS your titles. So if you want to move your title around, it is just a matter of clicking on it and dragging it into the position you want. So now that your video is close to being finished, the next step is to color grade your video. So just click on an individual clip, hit the edit button, and then pick color adjustment. In there, you get 3 simple settings for your color correction: brightness, contrast, and saturation. And really, between the 3 of these, you should be able to get some pretty good effects. So, it is just a matter of tracking this until you get the look that you are after. I will just show you a quick comparison of the clip before. Which is unedited, and the one that we have just color corrected. Now, as Power Director only lets you apply color effects to individual clips. If you think you are gonna do lots of cuts or edits in your video, then it might be worth color correcting your videos first up at the start of your editing in one hit instead of at this point in the process. This is something that I normally advise against because it is gonna make your editing process slower, because every time you make any changes then to your timeline, it is gonna have to re-render and reprocess those color effects that you have added to your timeline and something else just to show you in here as well. Is you do have the ability to add effects to your video files as well. So if you just select a video clip and hit the effects button, and there is a heap of little effect that you can add or looks that you can add onto your video files. Now you can think of these like filters that you would find in something like Instagram. They are probably okay for anything consumer grade, but if you want any professional looks, then I would suggest sticking to the color tools, which were the brightness, the saturation, and the contrast. The next step is to adjust your audio levels. So select settings and then audio mixing. This screen lets you adjust all your volumes from a track level. You don't have to get in and edit the volume to each individual clip. You can actually do it on the entire track, which is awesome. So for example, by lowering the volume on the music track, any music or songs that you have got that are on that track, they will all be now set to this new volume level. You also have the ability to adjust the volume levels on a clip by clip basis as well. So if you have only got 1 or 2 clips that are too quiet or too loud and you only want to adjust those, then you can do that as well. So it is just a matter of selecting the clip that you want to adjust the volume for, clicking edit button and then selecting volume. So the other thing that you could probably do with your videos is to fade your music track in at the start of your videos and fade it out at the end of your video. So to do that, you just select your music track, press edit and then choose volume, and then on this audio configuration page you have got the ability to enable the fade in, the fade out and of that music track. So now that we are finished editing our video, you can press the export button in the top right corner. Cyberlink Power Director gives you a heap of output in options. You can save it direct to your gallery or to your phone. You can share it on Facebook, share on YouTube. You can also save your project to Cyberlink Cloud, which means if you are using Cyberlink or Power Director on your PC for video editing as well, then you can send your project and share your projects between your Android device and your Windows PC. So that's pretty cool. You also get more output options if you want some more advantage control over your export, and that gives you the option to export in full HD, HD and SD. Save the file direct to your device. Thank you. So you can actually get full control over your video and really refine your editing here. By sliding these handles in and out in order to really refine your cuts in your videos. You also have the ability to pick up and move the clips around in your timeline to where you want them.